Well, that brings me to the next section I want to deal with, and that is the second area that I want to deal with here, and that is the Sunday School Growth Campaign. What is a 5-week growth campaign? First of all, I want to talk about the elements of it, and then what I want to do is introduce you to a growth campaign and show you firsthand how to work. All right? Now, very simply speaking, on a loose schedule, we're dealing with a growth campaign that runs 5 weeks. Let's say, as you see it on our sample calendar, it starts the last week of September and goes through the 4 weeks of October. Now, you can have one big day in September, and then you can have this 5 to 7 week growth campaign, and then you come back and you do it. But what are the elements of it? It needs to run no longer than 7 weeks. If you run over 7 weeks, I feel like I have run one 11 weeks, but I want to tell you it's hard. What you do is clamp your fist up real hard. Do that with me for a minute. Clamp it up real hard. Hold it. Keep looking at your fist. Hold it. Just hold it. Hold it. It begins to hurt a little bit, doesn't it? Hold it. Now, open it and look at it quickly. And it's white on the inside. And the blood comes back. That's exactly what happens in a growth campaign. You've locked her down. You've locked her down. You got pressure. You're driving. You want to have a growth campaign. Listen, 5 to 7 weeks is about all anybody can take. And you go 11 weeks, it's hard to hold the enthusiasm up. So 5 to 7 weeks is a good time. Usually you need one central theme that will tie the Sunday school together. One central theme. Can be a baseball theme. I saw a church that had a NASCAR racing theme for this growth campaign. It's a lot of things you can do. Remember to have the idea folder. Get on everybody's mailing list. Start that folder so you can put it together. Something else that is very good to understand about this, you need incentives for every class and every member. You'll see that illustrated in a minute. See, watch. Every class in your Sunday school needs to score. Notice that word. They need to score. What does that mean? They need to hit the goal. What are you trying to get this class to average, regardless of what the theme is? You'll see it in operation in a moment. Now, incentives should be given and prizes should be given in line with what you're trying to accomplish. A dealership one time gave an old Volkswagen Bug away, and they gave it away in the youth department to the youth department to do thus and so. You've heard of these kind of things. You can do these kind of things. They do not have to be that extravagant. They can be simple things. They can be a gift certificate to a restaurant. There are all kind of incentives that can be given to the Sunday school teacher. So what we've said is it runs 5 to 7 weeks. Every class needs to have its goals so they know what to do to succeed. And then when a class teacher succeeds, you're going to reward the teacher and you reward the pupil. Doing all of that together, it makes it work. Now, it's good to have the campaign to end with a big day. By ending with a big day, it's sort of like an explosion. Now, the Sunday school director or the pastor should always be on the lookout for campaign ideas that you can put together and develop them. Let me take a minute and walk you through one. We developed a Sunday school growth campaign that we simply call To Every Creature. To Every Creature. We have a large poster. This large poster is a beautiful poster. We hang it up all over the building. It doesn't even have dates on it. It just helps people say, what do you mean to every creature? Notice how, boy, I love it. Because it deals in this thing of reaching the world. This campaign, as you can see, is first class. It is absolutely first class. Now watch what we do. We go from this large to every creature. There's your theme. You can see, this is a 5-week growth campaign. We have another large poster, beautiful 4-color poster, to every creature. And you know what? This is the class poster. We put the name of the class, the name of the teacher. This goes up in every classroom. If I have group captains, one of them would be posted around the wall, and we had them in a section, 18 posters in an adult class with every group captain on it. Every group captain, every teacher has one of these posters. Now, we have what's called a crack and peel area. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what this represents? A head. And it represents a world. We have little stickers where that when they attend, you can see what you're after, perfect attendance for 5 weeks. We're driving the Sunday school. Your campaign needs to build these. Every element of a growth campaign is in this campaign. And so you crack and peel, you pull it off. And week number 1, they put it here. Week number 2, they put it here. Week number 3, they pull it here. You've got to have ways they can fill that world up. They can do it by perfect attendance. If they miss a Sunday, then we've got in the rules, and we'll show you the manual on that in a minute, how that they can do something to overcome and fill up that 1 week if they happen to miss it. Now, this goes up. We give a sample at the top of a perfect world. There's something on the right. There's a sample with 5 heads. What do we mean 5 heads? What we're really dealing with is very simply, they do not want just to fill up their globe to every creature. Listen, we have some little stickers that are put on that are gold heads. Guess what these are for? Visitors brought. Every time they bring a visitor, they want to cover their globe up with people to every creature. You can see what we're trying to accomplish here. Now, I want to just say this to you. If this campaign, I never had it when I pastored, I wish I had. If this campaign was run efficiently, like it should be, it promotes perfect attendance. It not only that, it promotes every active pupil in the Sunday school to bring 10 people. You're going to gain 10 prospects for every active person. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Let's suppose that you have a Sunday school that averages 200. And you say, well, I only have about 100 or 120 that are really active inside of here. Good, they get going, you get them going. You know what's going to happen? Watch what we do. We ask these people, we ask these 120, we asked everybody, but only 120. And we have on the first time, lesson number 1, all the lessons are given in the manual. Lesson number 1 is my heart's desire. Brokenness over the lost. And a very special sign-up sheet is given to everybody in Sunday school. Would you write down the name and address and telephone number of 10 people that you're going to contact during this campaign? That's the very first week. Do you see what we've done? We advertise 4 weeks in advance to every creature. We've got the class thing up. We're going to talk about the banquet in a minute. Everybody understands it. Lesson number 1, every pupil on that first Sunday, week number 1 of the 5-week campaign, every pupil gets a slip. On the back, it tells them how to reach these 10 people. You pray for them. It tells you how to reach them, how to call them, how to get them on Harvest Sunday, the last Sunday. I mean, all of it. So the front, they list them. The back tells them how to get the job done. And can you imagine 100 people out of 200? Even if 50% participate, 100 people working to get 10 people there, that's 1,000 people. That's 1,000 people. Your growth campaign is producing prospects. Like I said, I wish I could run this campaign. Watch what happens. We have a tremendous manual in this. We have everything on control, everything on the Sunday school lessons, how to promote it, just in case you have a problem, all the letters. We got to follow up on the back of it, and in the beginning of it is a video. This video is a video that I produced personally for you to show in your workers' meeting. I explained this campaign to your whole Sunday school staff. Think of that 50 sitting there, that 10 sitting there, that 20. And you pop this in, and in a few minutes, I've explained the entire campaign. The whole thing. And they're able to take this campaign and make it operative. Now, there are other elements of it. There's a beautiful, beautiful pen to every creature. They can earn this pen by what they do in bringing people. We have, to everybody that has perfect attendance on the last Sunday, we display this in advance in recognition for perfect attendance, beautifully printed, and these are supplied on parchment paper. We also have an information enrollment form. Guess what this is? On the last Sunday, we have Harvest Day. The goal of everybody in this campaign is to bring everybody there, all 10 of their people, on Harvest Sunday. Sunday number 5. We had one church that used this that doubled on that Sunday without doubling the structure. Now, it's a hard job to keep them if you don't double the structure. You know what they did? They doubled the structure, and the next year they doubled again, used the same campaign because it worked so well for them. Now, on the last Sunday, lesson number 5 is how to receive Christ. These people can check, I am a member of the Sunday school. I would like to join the Sunday school. Today, I received Jesus Christ as my Savior. Wow. Think about getting 20 saved in Sunday school, 50 saved in Sunday school on this last Sunday. Now you've got a concept, and I want you to hang on with me a minute. We talked about the printing press. Remember the feeder? Remember the keeper? The Sunday school's the keeper. I want you to understand every effective ministry is going to affect all three areas of the ministry. But those involved need to know that primary function. This will feed the church also. You can see how a great Sunday school is going to keep, but through its growth campaigns, it also is going to feed. Now, watch this. I would like someone to visit me and help me to know how to become a Christian. Wow. You talking about sowing in prospects? You talking about church growth? Then there's one other form. We give this to everybody in there. They get it in the beginning of the campaign. 13 steps of how to lead somebody to Christ. On the back, it tells them how to use the front. This is a Bible bookmark that's given out for the whole campaign. Now, these are elements of a growth campaign. We need to have, you say, can I have that kind of growth campaign? Can I have it twice a year? It's going to take some work. W-O-R-K. But it is exciting. It is exciting. Nothing is ever done without a little perspiration. Excuse me, a little sweat. We've got to be willing to work. But I want to tell you, the greatest joy is going to come in your life as a Sunday school director, putting your annual calendar together, persevering in finding campaigns like this, making it work. I have a lot of people that call me and say, Brother Wood, when are you going to develop another campaign? And I say, well, working on it. We're working on it. I use that word, work. And it would be good if we could develop a lot of these, but you can get on people's mailing list and get ideas for these campaigns.